I don't know if you noticed, but it looks like Marvel is no longer using their legendary intro for their movies. Not a single MCU movie that released in 2025 had the classic Marvel Studios fanfare. And now it looks like moving forward, each MCU movie is going to have its own unique intro. It all started back in February with Captain America Brave New World. It did not have the iconic intro, it had a full-on black and white slideshow. It just said, Marvel Studios presents, and then it just quickly goes into the movie. Like, it's pretty quick. But the intro was meant to resemble the vibe you were getting with the movie, and the movie was meant to be a political thriller. The Thunderbolts intro had the same score, but it did not include any MCU characters or scenes from past MCU stuff. Instead, they used comic book panels. And that's what the Marvel intro used to have before 2016. Every comic page they used for the Thunderbolts intro had Thunderbolts characters, and it all quickly got shrouded in darkness by the Void. And just like the movie's theme, the Void also represents mental health issues like depression or loneliness. And then we got the Fantastic Four First Steps, which had this pretty cool retro-futuristic intro. And that was meant to resemble the retro-futuristic vibe the movie was going for. This sounds way more important than you think it is, because it sounds like Marvel does not want the MCU's future to associate with their past. And after thinking about it, I actually kind of like what Marvel's doing right now. As much as I love the old intro, just like the old MCU, it focused way too much on the Avengers characters. And Marvel is more than Iron Man or the Avengers. Heck, before the MCU, the Avengers were a C-tier team. They were nowhere near as popular as Spider-Man or the X-Men or Fantastic Four. The MCU is too big now, and they had to constantly update this intro with each project. I feel bad for whoever had to constantly updated because they had to figure out where to put new scenes and take out old ones. It sounds overwhelming because they had to do it every single time. Plus, the Avengers era of Marvel is essentially over, and with the MCU getting soft rebooted after Secret Wars and Kevin Feige getting ready to kickstart the X-Men era, it doesn't make sense to keep using this intro anymore. I'm just saying, it'll be weird playing the same intro right in front of an Iron Man reboot or something like that. Even though the old intro was iconic, I like what Marvel's doing right now as well. They're giving each of their movies their own unique intro. It's good imagery for these movies to stand out on their own, and it makes it feel like they're made by actual creatives instead of studio execs. I'm very excited to see what the Brand New Day intro is going to look like next year. Hopefully it's made out of webs or it has a bunch of Spider-Man comic panels. I will admit I do miss seeing the iconic Marvel Studios intro on the big screen, but we entered a new era, so we needed something new eventually. It was an amazing 9-year run from the first Doctor Strange all the way to Deadpool and Wolverine. But all things end eventually.